back to the Metroid Prime playthrough. Um, wow, we're on part 12. It's kind of funny because I don't know if anyone really noticed it, but up till now, I've only been focusing on Metroid, seeing how recording wise, well, part wise actually, it's the longest one I have. And obviously, well, besides Kingdom Hearts 2, because I'm still flipping heads or tails whether I should wait for 2.5, seeing how it's legitimately only 3 months away. And I know, like, some people may think like, wow, 3 months and you're still not done with it. Yeah, well, I also just don't want to bore myself out because I still plan on doing the game launch day. So there's that. But in any case, up here is a missile expansion. Again, you're not going to know this unless you're being explorative. Or you look up a guide, whatever comes first. And we're not exactly done with the whole missile thing yet. There is another one over to this way. By the way, you can scan these little flag things. I have no idea what the hell they are. And I don't think they attribute anything to the game story-wise, so... That was weird. Something flew by my head when that thing was swiping at Samus. Any case, if you remember this room, you would remember that there is a, whatchamacallit, a spider ball section near the ceiling of the room. Or, yeah, the ceiling of the room. You calls it walls, I calls it a ceiling. And be careful of that enemy, he will punch you off the spider ball section. Yeah. Not so much of a useful power-up when a fly can take you off, is it? Speaking of flies, the bugs have been just coming out of the woodworks now. And the funniest thing is they weren't coming out during summer. September, hells yeah. There is still one more, missile expansion to get, but I'd rather wait till I have the, damn it, the gravity suit to get it. Well, one more in that area, not one more in the game. That'd kind of be hypocritical since I told you there were 250 and we only have 95 in total. By the way, I think that flag up there represents the whole... Thank you, bicycle. Bicycle. No, but what I was going to say was I think that flag up there represents the whatchamacallit, the little things that flash that you're able to scan. You know, the things that I told you that don't contribute to the plot at all. I think that's what it represents. Anyways, said to think a lot. By the way, super missile is tree. Yeah. Don't know how you would know the super missile. I mean, you can scan it, but by the way, you're also gonna have to make a very tricky jump. Basically what you do is head up to the edge of it, then jump, wait till Samus starts descending to jump again, and you should do a really tricky third jump if you're doing it correctly. If not, then you're not gonna make it to the missile. Any case, yes, that boss right there, well, what was a boss is now a regular enemy, replacing the smaller mooks. And it's not that very threatening. I just take it out for the sake of convenience so it wouldn't ambush me on the way out. And it's really, really not wanting to die right now. Oh, come on. You could have obviously rammed me. Okay, that came out wrong. But prepare yourself for another fight against the particular ghost-type enemy that everyone hates in this game, but not as much as the Dark Commandos. I'll get to that 5 years from now. Alright, they don't appear unless you go into the center of the ring, thank God, and you'll know when you go into the center of the ring because the entire room will turn dark, damn it. Or is this not till later? Oh, thank God it's not till later. Only that thing is here. Ooh. For a minute there, I thought I was in actual trouble. There we go. I don't know why I came out of Morphball form, but... Hey, missile. I don't know. Maybe I was just feeling Demolition Man. Demolition Man. There's a movie I haven't seen in, ever. I don't know why I keep bringing up stuff that I never heard nor seen of before. I mean, I know the movie sounds quirky, quote unquote, to say the least, but whatever. Oh, now I remember what we're doing for this part. We're getting a particular beam upgrade. One that I like to call the Spider-Man. Yeah, you have to know the symbols that Samus makes in order to get it. Any case, these pillars, okay, this is not a beam upgrade, this is more of a missile expansion to a beam upgrade. That was wordy. Sorry. But, basically, this section right here is actually full of bloom. You wouldn't be able to tell, but yes, the trilogy version adds extra bloom effects. Can you see it now? But this section, you have to bomb these pillars, and you could be asking yourself, well, why aren't you using super missiles? Super missiles cost 5 missiles, and it only takes 3 missiles to bring it down. Bring it down. Bring it down. But yeah, the trilogy version adds extra bloom effects, which you could swear to God that J.J. Abrams himself was working on. And remember these enemies? Yeah, well, they can deflect missiles. They can also deflect super missiles, which is effectively the most deadliest weapon in Samus's arsenal in this game, excluding the power bomb. Well, arm cannon weapon, anyways. You really don't want to hit these guys because, as you can see, they bounce off your missiles like there ain't no tomorrow. Actually, speaking of Abrams, I'm reminded of that Star Trek movie where the guy playing Spock couldn't do the Vulcan salute, so they had to glue his fingers together in order for him to do it. It's actually kind of funny when you try to imagine Spock not able to do his own salute. I'm sorry, I'm not making fun of the guy, I'm just thinking about it. And now we are introduced to a new type of obstacle. That thing that could possibly hit my face. I don't know, it's a new mine, you can scan it for enemy log, but they only appear after you've cleared a certain area on the tower. And up here is the Ghostbuster! No, it's the Wave Buster, but this was made by an American audience, so I'm gonna call it the Ghostbuster. Now, the Ghostbuster works as the same way your super missiles work. You hold down A, and then you start playing the Ghostbuster theme. No, you hold down A, you press the down button, and watch them fly. And honestly, it really, really, really goes well with the Ghostbusters theme. Well, references aside, and actually most of my childhood aside, and my oldest brother's childhood aside, now we are off to get that particular beam weapon that we can only get at this part in the game, which we cannot make any progress with, because the game dictates so. Yeah, and if you're wondering why you can hear so many cars out, it's actually a bit after rush hour. Not the movie. Let's make that clear. Yeah, it's a bit after rush hour where I'm living at. And it's actually pretty damn hot, so a lot of people in my neighborhood actually spend most of their time in their car. Or for some reason without a shirt, which honestly, at that point, I just go back inside. Like, seriously, no one wants to see your man boobs or whatever. It's disgusting. You should get fined for it and everything. Now I'm just trying to figure out which way I should go in order to get the beam because, believe it or not, actually around this part of the game is where I usually put down Metroid Prime because it takes too long. I mean, this entire playthrough took me around 8 hours, but if I was speedrunning it, well, I already said 4 hours. Thanks for the obvious cut in me. Now I think, yeah, okay, so I am backtracking to that section with the fountain. Alright. I'm sorry, but I don't, like, want to pause in the middle of... Oh, no. This is far different. I'm going... Wait, is this the way to the fountain? I don't know. Yeah, that's a kind of a problem with me in short-term memory. I can remember a lot of things, but I have to be, like, hands-on with the thing that I'm working with in order for me to remember. Oh, yeah, fountain area. Look at that. Oh, and another thing about this game, blue areas on the map are, as you probably guessed, areas we have yet to explore yet because of reasons, and because of I don't want to waste anyone's time, including my own, because I'm taking extra time in order to commentate over this because it's easier that way. God, has to be like the most seen corridor in this entire game. And by the way, the things that sound like they're rattling in the dark are those mushrooms, which honestly freak me out. Damn it! Why do they freak you out so much? Why? You know, I could just jump up there, but I don't know, I'm feeling ballsy. By the way, I believe it's because you have the Varia feature on your power suit, which is why the toxications from the plants no longer hurt you. It's either that, or because I waited a bit too long for the hitbox to register. Oh yeah, now that we have the Morphball bombs, we can actually go through this place. And that was a waste of 5 seconds. Oh, and this section for the spike. Oh! I think Samus was just walking on sunshine for a minute there. You know, it just hit me that we could have gone to this place earlier since we had the spider ball, but I don't know. I guess in a Metroid game, building up material... By the way, hurry! Platforms eventually will fade. I mean, if you go out of the room and come back in, you can make it, but I still don't want to do that. As you can probably tell, the white door is the ice-related door, aka the power-up we're going to be getting in this part. There is a missile expansion up there, but we are not able to get it because of power bomb. Yeah, by the way, power bomb locations in this game are mind-blowingly hard to find, believe it or not. Like, even if I'm vigilant and looking at a guide, I really have to be reading in between the lines in order to find out where X, Y, and Z locations are. Which actually bugged me a lot. Oh, it's this room. Yay. Did I ever go through that door? Oh my god, I don't think I ever went through that door. Maybe that's why I never 100% of this game. Huh. And I keep getting stumped because I'm trying to hold the analog stick while building momentum. It's also at this point that I realize that every time you scan something important to the plot, it says recorded. I don't know why. Maybe because it's important to the plot or something. Me? Okay, there we go. I was wondering for a good solid minute there, like, hello? Do you read me? Okay, there we go. Yeah, that whole thing with me flipping the camera around, believe it or not, that really bugs me on sections I'm not familiar with being in one way than the other. I mean, in Crash Bash, I get the same feeling when I'm I'm used to, no sexual puns intended, the bottom position in one of the pinball mini games. But if I'm in the top position, man, I almost had it too. Yeah, that's another thing about the boost ball. Sometimes you will almost have it, sometimes you won't. I mean, that's actually about everything in life, but more apparent with the boost ball. The other way. The other way. There you go. Oh, and this way it's actually a hell of a lot more harder because you have those staircases blocking you, which makes no sense because I have a double jump. Well, that one I got relatively fast. Now, believe it or not, this thing actually moves pretty damn fast, considering how many, whatchamacallit, elevator thingamawhatsits move in video games, so I'm actually happy for that. Excuse me. I'm grinding up on the way. Okay, good. Now, on this little part right here actually got me stumped for quite a number of years, believe it or not, because I wouldn't expect that little indent to be a doorway. I mean, yeah, I guess it's a Metroid game, it's supposed to be explorative, and oh Jesus, why? I hate being explorative. But besides the Chozo, not Chuzu, that's Guacamelee, a beautiful, beautiful game. Well, I'm not saying that this game isn't beautiful, but it's a lot more tolerable because you don't have the Chozo Ghost. By the way, Power Beam. Even though you have the Ghostbuster, Power Beam's still more effective. God, really wish we had the X-ray visor. That way we wouldn't be risking our asses to take these guys down. We'd just be able to see. Ah! And by the way, the super missile, while having homing properties, will only home in if the enemy is in close proximity to it. It will not home in if the enemy disappears off the face of the screen. And there's one more in the room I can, or not. Now there is a map room in this very room, which I think I need for logbook complete. I don't know. I get it anyways. I know that much. But get ready for some ancient Chozo bowling! By the way, be prepared to hold the Z button on that one, or else you're not making it very far. Actually, speaking of bowling, I used to actually bowl a lot as a youth. And I was kind of good at it. Kinda, because for the most part I can make strikes. I mean, once out of every 4 shots was a strike for me, so. Any case, in case you haven't noticed, these things are color-coded for our convenience. Shoot the ones with their appropriate color coding to, well, bomb them. And no, you're not able to bomb the other two because you just activated the wave beam one. No, it does not work that way. By the way, word of warning when bowling, make sure that you that you clip your nails, because sometimes if you twist the wrong way, nails will fly. I know that sounds kind of ridiculous, but you will seriously chip some skin while you're at it too, if you're not careful. Why is this wall plot important? Now by scanning that lever, we lower the barrier on the wall so we don't have to use the wave beam section of it again. And I hate this room, guys. I seriously do. Alright. Here, you want to know one of the reasons why I hate this room? It's because it's so damn spacious for a speed boost ball section. I mean, besides these guys who are built to stop your momentum, you also have to deal with... Oh, see like that? Right there. Momentum stops. I could have gotten in one shot. Nope. And you also have two on top that's kind of supposed to stop your momentum. But, oh, did I get lucky? No, this is the save room. By the way, the part kind of cuts out here, so what I recommend that you guys, no, not recommend. Forewarning, after you get the ice beam, which is located on the next door. Wow, that thing is invincible. Okay. Well, once you get the ice beam, the thing that you want to do is go through that little hole back there, because I have no idea why. The footage just cuts out there. And you could be asking yourselves, well, dude, why don't you just, you know, re-record, whatchamacallit, re-record, do what you did earlier, but just re-record everything. Well, I could do that, but the thing was, as I said before, speed run. Which means that I didn't make many save files, I just went through it. So for me to do that all again is incredibly monotonous. But in any case, we got the ice beam. Now, I'm sorry for the next part, but we will kind of make a weird cutout, but till next time, guys. See ya.